Hi guys, what's up? This is Mel and I'm here to talk about Supernatural episode 1116 titled Safe House, which premiered Wednesday, March 23rd, 2016 on the CW. And guys, we're back after a month of a hiatus, so I thought I'd say hi. Also, I had a special event at work today, so I figured, why not? So, this was such a fantastic episode, guys. I mean, let's just get right into it, okay? Let's start the 10-minute clock. And start. Hang on. Alright, for some reason my mouse pad isn't working, so I need the actual mouse. So, something new that we learned in this episode. So basically, the creature in this episode is what they called a soul eater. So basically, it attacks people, it traps them in his nest, which is kind of set in place outside of space and time, so it's kind of in limbo, I guess you could say. And it basically forces the person's soul to see whatever they want. Loved ones, fears, stuff like that, while their body in the real world, in real time, is withering away to death. So we see Sam and Dean coming across what appears to be one of Bobby's old cases with Rufus during a time when the apocalypse was happening. So throughout this whole episode, you are constantly switching back between the present with Sam and Dean and the past with Bobby and Rufus as they try to figure out what this case is, which was just truly fantastic in itself right there. Also, timeline-wise, Dean did mention that it's been 2 weeks and they still found nothing on Amara. So I'm guessing it's 2 weeks since episode 11:15. So, good time reference, I guess you can say. But let's get right to it. Most shocking moment of the episode, it has to be at the very end when both present and the past defeated their version of the Soul Eater. We see Dean in the nest, seeing all the faces disappearing, returning to wherever, right? And then when you see him looking around, he stumbles upon Bobby. And Bobby, for him, the same thing's happening for him, even though he's in the past. So that was completely surprising. I wasn't expecting them to see each other. Yeah, Bobby saw figments of Sam and Dean dead as one of his fears and everything, which makes sense. What with them being in the middle of the apocalypse and everything, right? But I was not expecting them to see each other. And then even Dean brings it up at the end of the episode. He was wondering in itself that since the nest existed outside in space and time, that it could be possible that when Bobby was trapped in the nest years ago, for him, he could very well be in the nest at the same time Dean was, which just happened for him. So it's like the whole thing is still confusing. Sorry, I'm suffering from a cold right now. I do apologize. But anyways, whole thing's confusing, but I love the idea that for that quick moment, they got to see each other. Because Bobby has been dead since season 7, and I miss him so much, and the fact that Dean got to see him was just kudos, thumbs up, love it, love it, love it, love it. So moving on to top 3 favorite moments. It's kind of a mashup of a whole bunch of them because first off, Bobby and Rufus, love that they were back. I love that it wasn't just a snippet of a flashback here and there like we usually see. I love that basically every other scene of this episode was Bobby and Rufus. So it was like half the episode was half of it was Sam and Dean. And I love Sam and Dean, I do. But the fact that Rufus has been dead since season 6, Bobby has been dead since season 7. So the fact that we got half an episode with the both of them together with their quirky banter between them was just fantastic. I loved how they did it. It's like it was done in such a way that it was so seamless that it looked like it was one case, just two groups working on it at the exact same time. It wasn't as if it was happening in 2 separate times, if that makes sense. Anyways, loved it. Again, mentioning with the parallels between what was happening with Sam and Dean, happening with Bobby and Rufus, and then especially when the whole grave digging scene. So Sam and Dean are digging with shovels the first coffin, and they open it up and it's ashes inside, so they already know that Bobby and Rufus already dug it up and burnt the bones inside it. And then Dean's like, there's got to be a better way to dig up a grave. And then you go to a flashback and you see Bobby with a crane digging up the grave. It's like Bobby found a new way. It's like, oh my god, it's like they do one thing and then the flashback beats them to it. And then when Sam and Dean dig up the second coffin and it's ashes again, Dean is not pleased. He's like, oh, come on. And then it's like, yeah, Bobby's thorough. They went through it. So it's just, I like the dynamic, both in the present day, both in the past, and how they both kind of, they play off of each other. So weirdly, they played off each other, even though they're happening at two separate moments in time. So it's just like fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. And because of that, top 3 peeved moments, I don't have any. I truly love this episode, guys. It's just like, yes. And I'm so glad I didn't miss it because work ran late. So I'm glad I got to watch it. So what will I remember most about this episode? Bobby and Rufus, for sure. Enough said. So random questions. I only have the one, but was anyone able to place where this flashback took place in our apocalypse timeline? So for the apocalypse, I figured that starting from 422. I'm actually not sure. 422 was when Lucifer was released, so that's when the apocalypse kind of officially started. But 401 is when they kind of caught wind of the fact that the apocalypse was starting, because that was when the whole seals were breaking. It didn't happen in season 5 though, because Bobby was paralyzed in 501, and he remained paralyzed until like 521. So since Bobby was walking this episode, it couldn't happen in that timeline. So originally I thought maybe it was between 422 and 501, but then I just remembered that the whole breaking of the seals could be considered as the apocalypse. So it could have been season 4. And then at the end of the episode, Dean mentioned having a lead on Lilith in Maine. That could be when they find Lilith in 422, maybe. So I'm thinking maybe at the end of season 4 is when this is taking place. But what did you guys think? Were there any other clues that I missed to help pinpoint where exactly this flashback happened? Because it just said many years ago. That was it. No actual timestamp, which was funny. So there's that. So moving on to predictions. Based off the promo for episode 11-17, we see Amara's chaos, apparently, or at least Dean talks about. We see Sam getting shot, and then we hear Billy's warning again of them not getting any second chances. So when they die, they're going to be dragged into the nothing, like she mentioned in 1102. So that has me freaked out, like really freaked out. Sorry. Suffering from a bad cough. Do apologize. So based off the synopsis, though, apparently it's a werewolf case, and the werewolves are going to be hunting down the Winchesters while dealing with Sam being shot. So that's not going to be fun. I'm worried about them. But good news, guys, before I go into further predictions. Season 12. Supernatural was renewed for season 12. We got that, I believe, a week ago. During the hiatus, they announced that. So it's like, yes, one more year. For sure. It's like, how can you top this? Here's the thing, though. I'm glad for season 12 because I really don't think Amara can be handled in one season. She's a big bad. She's supposed to even surpass Lucifer, and Lucifer was like a 2-season deal. So, like, Amara has to be a 2-season deal at least. Azazel, Yellow-Eyed Demon, he was a 2-season deal. So hopefully Amara is also a 2-season deal. Otherwise, they hyped her up to be this biblical badass, and yet 1 season? No, come on, give me a break. So I can't wait to see what season 12 has to deal with. So moving on to further predictions, though. Overall, oh my god, so sorry. I want to see God again. Or not again. I want to see him for the first time. I want to see if it's actually Chuck or not. I want to see Michael again, whether it's in the form of Adam Milligan, whether it's in the form of young John Winchester. I want to see them again. Also, I want to see a status report on Amara, on Crowley, and on Lucifer, who is currently possessing Cass. Amara we haven't seen since her kind of slowly recovering from that whole angel smiting thing. Crowley, we saw him run from Lucifer after trying to kill him with the Rod of Aaron, one of the weapons of the hand of God. And Castiel being possessed by Lucifer was when he was getting attacked from Crowley. So hopefully we'll get a status update on all that. And that's what it is. So what did you guys think of the episode? What did you like about it? Was it what you expected? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check my other videos if you haven't done so already. Also, if you want a more detailed recap of the episode, check out my live journal account. The link for that will be down below. It's more of a play-by-play, if you will, and more of my in-thought reactions as I watch the episode for the first time. So go check that out. Also, if you want more news, check out my Tumblr page. The link for that will be down below. I include promos, web clips, synopses, sneak peeks, quotes, GIFs, any of that. Through Tumblr. It's very extensive, as I do say so myself. So if you want specifically this episode, that link is down below. If you want all Supernatural related tags, link for that master list is down below as well. And that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. So sorry for the quality of my voice and the fact that I feel like I'm going to cough. I'm still trying to heal from that. So I hope you come back next week to see what I have to say about the episode. But until then, this is Mel wishing you a great day, a great week wherever you are. And I believe it is the long weekend this weekend, so happy Easter, everybody. So until then, there's the timer. I'm done. This is Mel saying bye for now. Bye.